guys. I haven't uploaded video recently. I mean for a while. So here's my new video. I am going to make a chocolate, the green tea chocolate, cause it's had a Valentine's Day. So what day is it today? I think it's Wednesday. So the Valentine Day is coming Sunday, so I'm going to make this. What we need here is some white chocolate. I have this. You can chop this chocolate to make it the process easier, but I think this little chips are okay. I got Ghirardelli white chocolate here, and just as much as you need. I think just about this much would work for me because I'm not going to make too many. And here's the green tea powder. Is fine. Actually, it's not it's called matcha powder. The difference between matcha and green tea, I am not exactly sure, but I know that the green tea is actually its color is actually red. When it's a tea, it looks a little bit green, but it has red color in it. So it when you make something with the green tea powder, it comes out red. So it doesn't really work. So what you want to get is matcha powder. The matcha is something that is actually green. So when you want to bake something and make it green and giving it a green tea flavor, you should get the matcha powder. So I got this powder from Asian market. They have different kinds of matcha powder, like flaky one, from the flaky ones to like super fine one, and there's several different label on it. Some are even labeled as culinary quality, and I decided to get this named matcha unsweetened booster, just because it is a bit cheaper. Because the one that was labeled culinary quality was quite expensive. It was like about this big. It was in this big container, and it cost about like more than $20. And just this pack cost me about $4. So I just grabbed that. And the fineness will be just okay, and it is unsweetened, so I think it'll work perfect. So green tea powder and some whipping cream. The heavy whipped cream or whipping cream, like either one will be fine, but I'm not sure what then half and half. And we just and green tea as much as you want. If you want more bitter or more flavor of the green tea, put more. And if you don't want it to be too like bitter, you can put less than this. So it's about, I think, about quarter portion of the chocolate, I guess. And the whipping cream will be, we don't need that much of whipping cream. It's something you need be careful, because we are going to mix the whipping cream with the chocolate. So if you put too much of the whipping cream into the chocolate, then the chocolate is not going to get hardened. So we just need a little bit of the whipping cream. So I think it's a bit less than quarter portion of the chocolate, maybe even less we are going to use. So get the whipping cream. So these three ingredients. Oh, and the container. I got this lock and lock container. We need some container that we are going to put the chocolate and get it hardened. The reason I got the lock and lock is when you lock it, it's kind of airtightened container, so that's something I like about it. But if you don't have the lock and lock, I think just cover the container with the wrap will be just fine. So let's get started. It's super easy. And before we start to chop and like heat and bake or do anything, make sure to put a layer of wrap inside the container. That's because we are going to pour the mixture into the container and make the chocolate harden. And putting like covering the wrap inside would make it easier to put out the mixture later on after it gets hardened. So make sure you cover it with the wrap, or cooking paper would work. But since it would have a little bit of moist in it, because we are using the whipped cream, I would recommend using the wrap. Okay, let's get started. And we are going to make the green tea paste first, just because it's easier. You don't, I mean, it is not required, but I prefer making the paste before having all the mixture together, just because you can make sure all the all the powder is mixed into it, is going to mix into it. Wait, it's kind of harder to say. You know, like when you just put the like powdery thing over the liquid, then it's kind of hard that everything gets melt unless you stir it like perfect. So I think it's just the process to make it melting easier. So I'm going to pour a little bit of whipped cream here and going to make the paste. Here we have green tea paste. Make sure you don't see any dry powders here, and we are going to have it on the side, and we are going to heat up the whipped cream. I don't know, it seems a little small portion. We are going to heat this up. Let's put this in a mid heat so it doesn't it doesn't get overheated. We just we just need it to be hot enough to melt the chocolate. So make sure it doesn't boil too much. You like if it seems like it's starting to boil, just like this, if you start seeing these bubbles, you can turn this off. And we are going to put the this paste and mix it. So here we have the cream and the green tea powder mixture. Make sure it's melted. If it come out too thick, then you can put a little bit more of whipped cream. And if it's too thin, you can put more powder, and that's how it works. So about this, and make sure if it gets cool, you can heat up in a low heat to warm it up. We need to have this cream mixture hot enough to melt all the chocolate. So now we are going to put white chocolate in here. As I mentioned earlier, chopped is better than this because it melts quickly. So stir. So stir it carefully, make sure there will be no chunk. Mix everything through. So here we have the mixture into the container. Make sure you tap it on the floor so there won't be no bubble inside it. And cover this, and we are going to put this in the chill area, like refrigerator, and we are going to sit it for about few hours, about 2 to 4 about 4 hours I think. And I do not recommend putting this container into the freezer because I know it's going to take less time to make this harden, but faster it gets freeze, faster it gets melted after it's done. So take the time, and we are going to put this in the. I'm going to put this container into my garage because it's quite cold and chilly in our garage. So I'm just going to put this into the garage instead of refrigerator because I have so many other things in the refrigerator, and I don't want this chocolate to absorb unwanted smell. So we are going to come back after a few hours. So we are back after I have this in garage overnight because obviously the night is cold. So here's the chocolate, the mixture we made, and it's got hardened. And I am going to cut this into little cubes with the knife. Okay, so I cut this hardened mixture, the chocolate, into cubes, and you will see it's kind of sticky on the outside. So it's it's a bit creamy, and it's going to be a bit creamier and chewy, chewy chocolate texture than the normal chocolate we eat. And what we are going to do, I know it looks messy. You see all the textures, and you see the holes. And what we are going to do is we are going to cover each cubes with the green tea powder. So I'm going to put this into this bowl of powder. And cover it this way. Okay, so here you go. So this is what we get. The reason I do not recommend freezing these is because when you cover the frozen chunk with the powder, since it's got frozen so fast, it melts fast, so it's going to have moisture outside easily. So covering with the powder, it'll be a big mess because it's going to, the moist that gets on the outside will melt away the powder. So that's why I don't recommend freezing it. So take your time to make it harder in the chilly area. Okay, so this is what we get. And here I arranged the chocolate into the box. Try this, super easy and really good.